श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादिता दोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वयोदितं शोभनमेव शोभने अनाहुता अपि अभियन्ति बन्धुषु ते यदि अनुत्पादितदोषदृष्टयो बलीयसानात्मया मदेन मन्युना। Shri Bhagavan Vacha, the great Lord replied, Vaya, by you, Uditam said, Shobhanam is true, Eva, certainly, Shobhane, my dear beautiful wife, Anahutaha, without being invited, Api, even, Abhiyanti, go, Bandhushu, among friends, they, those friends, Yadi, if, Anutpadita dosha drishtayaha, not finding fault, Bali Yasha, more important, Anatmaya Madena, by pride caused by identification with the body, Manyuna, by anger. The great Lord replied, My dear beautiful wife, you have said that one may go to a friend's house without being invited. And that is true, provided such a friend does not find fault with the guest because of bodily identification and thereby become angry towards him. The great Lord replied, My dear beautiful wife, you have said that one may go to a friend's house without being invited. And that is true, provided such a friend does not find fault with the guest because of bodily identification and thereby become angry toward him. Hare Krishna, Supriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Lord Shiva could not foresee that as soon as Sati reached her father's house, her father Daksha, being too puffed up because of bodily identification, would be angry at her presence, and although she was innocent and faultless, he would be mercilessly angry towards her. Lord Shiva warned that since her father was too puffed up by his material possessions, he would be angry, and this would be intolerable for her. Therefore, it was better that she not go. This fact was already experienced by Lord Shiva because although Lord Shiva was faultless, Daksha had cursed him in so many harsh words. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shingurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnam Krishnayam Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashata Deshaparine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yoditam Shobhanameva Shobhane Anahuta Abhiyanti Bandhushu Te Adi Anutapadita Dosha Drishtayo Sanatmaya Madena Manyuna. The great Lord replied, My dear beautiful wife, you have said that one may go to a friend's house without being invited, and that is true, provided such a friend does not find fault with the guest because of bodily identification and thereby become angry towards him. Voice is clear? Hare Krishna. So Lord Shiva can analyze the character of Daksha. Therefore, it is very important that you quickly analyze people. For Madhyamadikari, who is a preacher, this is a quick analysis of four kind of people. A Lord I love, devotees I make friendship, and third category, to the innocent people I give mercy, and the envious people I ignore. And this kind of thing makes the mind very, very peaceful. Now, Sati is not analyzing, and she is going to be in a shock now, because she'll find that her father itself is envious. Now, what you're supposed to do with envious people? Just ignore them. She should have just ignored. She should not even have gone. Lord Shiva was not sitting and blaspheming Daksha. Was he doing that? No. What he was doing? He just ignored. He's busy with his transcendental spiritual activity. Daksha at the present moment had taken position of Asat. Or we can say Kanishtadhikari. At least we cannot say Asat. Kanishtadhikari. Kanishtadhikari, we respect him. Hare Krishna. We don't go and take his association. There is nothing to gain. Person is still attracted to material desires, strong material desires. What is there to gain in its association? So Lord Shiva was ignoring Daksha. He was not thinking there is a big event and I'll go there and I will get merciful association of Daksha. He was not attracted to the big event itself. It's all in consciousness. I remember once we had a visit to Vrindavan. And on the Parikrama path, there is a Jagannath temple. So one of the temples, the two people were sitting, one person was singing, simple, old people. Another person was playing Mridanga. So sweet, simple, they were singing continuously. And I remember it's 1 hour, we were so much, we did not move. We were so ecstatic, we just sat there. And it's so beautiful it was. So did the place was very big? No, place was small. So what makes place different is the consciousness. This big is only in the mind. Now if you become like Daksha, with no control on ourselves, right? Envious of people, jealous of people. Even if you have a big event, the saints will avoid it. Correct? Won't they avoid it? I don't want to go there. So, like Lord Shiva was avoiding, we can also develop a personality that people will better avoid us. Correct? Possible, no? Because here it is mentioned, Daksha was puffed up. And one day we did analysis of why people become puffed up. Everybody feels I am something and they become puffed up. So anyway, yesterday's analysis was very, very deep. The heart should always be content. Finally, Krishna is in control. We do our duty and Krishna is in control. We wish everybody goes back to Godhead from the bottom of our heart. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, a well-wisher for everybody. Ajata Shatravaha Shantaha. He has no enemy. Titikshavaha is very, very tolerant. Karunikaha is very, very merciful. Suhrita Sarva Bhutanam is well-wishing friend for everybody. Ajata Shatravaha, he has no enemy. Shanta, very, very peaceful. These are the ornaments of a sadhu. This had to be practiced. When it is practiced, then the wonderful personality will come out. It requires tremendous austerity to practice these qualities. Not that when I become advanced one day, then these qualities will come. Now anyway you tolerate my disqualification. You cannot say like that. You cannot say like that. These qualities have to be practiced. What is advanced? We like to say, I'm senior, I'm senior. What is the use of all this? Senior, just years. Are you able to bring these qualities within your system? Then you are a Vaishnava. When Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkitam, we think just because I am wearing a dress with tilak and kanti mala, I become sadhu. No. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Nager kanti galay mala, ei kali chela. This guy is a chela of Kali. Not who told, Bhakti Vinod Thakur told, the greatest authority. That we don't like to hear. We like to criticize other people, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that we can be Kali Chela in the dress of a sadhu. So how do you become sadhu? When Krishna says Paritranaya sadhunam, we think Krishna is talking about us. May not be. What is the definition of sadhu? Titikshavaha, extremely tolerant. But this has to be practiced. It hurts. Just like Lord Shiva yesterday, the analysis, he was hurt little because, Daksha insulted him. And that is being analyzed as a fault. Because Vaishnava should be unlimitedly titikshavaha, tolerant. He has to tolerate. Not that all the time you go out, people will take aarti plate and honor you. No, people will throw stones also at you. People will spit at you also. You have to tolerate. This has to be practiced. See, just like it is physical exercise, you lift 10 kilo, it is difficult. When you lift 20 kilo, you can do it. So similarly, tolerance increases over a period of time. Krishna tests us. Not that we justify our weaknesses, give a philosophy for our weakness. No, no philosophy. Like Lord Shiva is not allowed to give any philosophy for his weakness. I am innocent, but he said, and immediately, hey, this is the fault. He said that. I am innocent, but he chastised me. The purport Acharya is analyzing. This is a fault. But definitely, he is not Vishnu. Vishnu is faultless. But this is a fault. Why is he hurt? He is giving a philosophy. It is being rejected. Isn't it? It is being rejected. It is the fault. You cannot justify your weakness. So we have to develop tolerance. We have to have the capacity to tolerate. Today I can tolerate little, tomorrow more. Unless I practice tolerance, tolerance will not increase. Like unless you lift 5 kilo, you lift 5 kilo, then tomorrow you can lift 5, 10 kilo. But you don't lift, you don't tolerate, then tomorrow your tolerance will not increase. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Vrindavan, he was insulted. In Varanasi, he ignored. He was smiling. When Chitriketu insulted Lord Shiva, he was smiling. That shows the greatness of a personality. So Brahmana means, we say ourselves Brahmana. Brahmana means the tolerance. Samadhava tapa saucham, shantim, tolerance. Arjama eva chai, so simple. Okay? So tolerance. Karunika, very, very merciful. Whenever his devotee looks at anybody, he wishes that person goes back to Godhead. He wants everybody to go back to God. Correct? I gave that example of the mother, the people who were convicted for death in that Nirbhaya case. The mother was begging in the court assembly Pardon my son. You give him a chance, he will correct. He's just a small boy. He made a mistake. I agree. He can correct. A small boy now. Give him a chance. Karunika. Karunika, always well-wishing, feeling the person can correct us. In fact, Srila Prabhupada had these qualities. How did he, these people gave their life to him? Because he showed these two things. He was very tolerant and very merciful. It's not easy, somebody giving life. Because in Prabhupada, they saw these two qualities. Extremely tolerant and extremely merciful. Suhrida Sarva Bhutanam. Best well-wishing friend for every living entity. Wishing well for everybody. Now, how much just telling this, how much all of us are feeling peace of mind, isn't it? And Bhagavatam says that in your heart, if there is even smallest of negative feeling for anybody, you are disqualified to hear Bhagavatam. Krishna will not sit in your heart. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmasaranam satam matsara. If there is a negative feeling for anybody, you are disqualified from hearing Bhagavatam immediately. You may hear, but Bhagavatam will not give any effect. Correct? Because it is parodharma. Savai pumsa parodharma. And the qualification is the Paramhamsa Samhita. About the qualification of Paramhamsa, it does not feel envious for anybody. So very easy. Prabhupada says, very easy to understand you are on spiritual platform, material platform. Just see, are you feeling envious of your colleagues in whatever profession you are? If you are, you are on material platform. If you are not, there is a chance you may be on a spiritual platform. So it's not easy. Suhrida Sarva Bhutanam, well-wishing friend for everybody. Ajata Shatravaha, the devotee does not have any enemy. It does not have an enemy. And Prahlad Maharaj was being trained in Gurukul. What did he say? Not Gurukul, the Shanda and Amarka school. So they are training him, they are enemies, you have to kill them. Prahlad Maharaj, enemy? Yet in his heart there is no enemy. Suhrida Sarva Bhutana is friend for every living entity. No enemy in his heart. He didn't like the philosophy of enemy and friends. Because in his heart there is only friendship for everybody. Just like Krishna. Krishna has no enemy. Even if he punishes somebody, that is for his good only. Like Lord Shiva later says, I punish the devatas. I don't have enmity for them. They are like foolish children. Just to correct them, I punish them. Correct? So that is the position. Ajata Shatrava, no enemy. Shantaha, very, very peaceful. Sadhava sadhu bhushanam. We say I become a sadhu, but watch out. These things are still with there. Titikshava, Karunika, Suhrita Sarva Bhutanam, Ajata Shatrava, Shanta Sadhava, Sadhu Bhushanam. These things are not visible. So how do you say you are a sadhu? Ye to sadhu hai. Sadhu means good. Tatasaja manye asarvarya dehinam. Sadhu means good. What is the best? So what is good? So mode of goodness, unless we come to mode of goodness, we are not good. Everybody feels he is good. He is not good. You say, I am trying to become a good person. If you feel you are a good person, there is something wrong with you. Because presently we are all covered by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So where there is good, there is only bad. Prabhupada says spiritual world means everything is good, material world means everything is bad. How can you say I am good? I am bad. Like in jail, as much you like to say, nobody will believe you are a good person. Correct? The government can make a mistake. So sometimes innocent person they put in the jail. True? But how can God make a mistake? He doesn't make a mistake. The very reason we are there in the material world is because I am a bad person. We should be convinced of this, not superficial humility. No, actually I'm very good. No. Fact. It's a fact. I'm a bad person. If I'm a good person, Jivana Mukta Sochate, you will see Krishna Leela immediately. You're not seeing Krishna Leela. You're not a good person. Because you're such a good person that Krishna is hiding from you. Why will Krishna hide himself from a good person? because I am unfit for his association. Therefore, Krishna is not showing himself to me. So, what is good about me? Nothing. Every moment I can see. If I am good, why I cannot see Krishna Leela? I am so good that Krishna doesn't want to, cannot reveal his Leela to me because I will make mess of his Leela. Like Indra was trying to make mess of Krishna Leela. We are not qualified. So we have to become good. Titikshava karunika surudha sarvabhutanam ajata shatrava shanta sadhu. So Daksha, even though he's in a high position, is expected to be a good person. He's not. Daksha tried to justify his weakness. I'm not speaking out of any enmity and any curse, Lord Shiva. He says like that. Try to justify, but by analysis, not. He is at fault. He is envious. Similarly, Lord Shiva is saying, actually I was innocent, and he spoke hard. Acharya says, hey, looks like he's hurt. Again wrong. Because he should have been able to tolerate and forgiven. He's keeping in his heart. Even though such a respected personality, Lord Shiva, is being said, oh my God, here, look at a fault. So Daksha is being puffed up. I don't think Daksha is aware that he's puffed up. Very interesting. Shri Radha Govinda ki. You're understanding? Everybody stays in the level of denial. A drunkard denies that is a drunkard. No, I can leave it at any time. Tomorrow I can stop it. Unless you agree that you are addicted to nonsense things, you will never change. Unless you agree that I am weak, how will you become strong? Even a doctor gives you free, just like unless a patient says I am sick, if doctor gives you medicine, you will not take it. Even he gives you free, you will not take it. No, I am healthy, I am fine. Therefore, Prabhupada laughs in Vrindavana Bhajana. Anybody say, how are you? I am fine. You are very fine. You are very fine. Then why you are in the material world? You go to the jail, how are you? I am happy, I am fine. You go to the hospital, people are there, how are you? I'm fine. What are you thinking? Why is he sitting in hospital if he is fine? Why is he in a jail if he is fine? Why is he in a pagalkhana if he is fine? Not possible. Okay, in this world, mistake may happen. A healthy person can be in this hospital. Some doctors simply make it. I remember a long time ago, I went to a doctor. He would say to me, you can take some medicine for, blood pressure. I said, why? I don't have blood pressure. Why should I take? Simply, they want to sell medicines because they get commission out of that. That is nonsense business. Right? But Krishna doesn't make mistake like that. Krishna is not getting any commission to put you in jail or a hospital. He is not deriving any pleasure from that. He has no self-interest in that. Rather, he is going to miss you because Krishna enjoys loving association with every devotee. He is going to miss you. Okay. So, not that he is happy, but for our own correction, Krishna puts in the metal word. But unless we agree, instead of becoming puffed up, we agree. Like the Brahmanas, when their wives went to Krishna and served, and Jaya Dujo Patni Jaya, and those Brahmanas were hesitant to serve Lord Krishna when Krishna asked for charity, and their wives served. When the wives, they obstructed when their wives went away. But after that, they lamented. To hell with our knowledge. To hell with all our pride as a Brahmana. To hell with all our shloka chanting, with our tantra mantra. To hell with it all. Horrible. What did I do? So why don't we do like that every moment? Look at Ajamila. We say Ajamila, many people say, oh, he is saste mein bach gaya. Many people say that. When after we do level 1 class, we talk about Ajamila life, people say, he so easily got away. Huh? Not so easily. He repented for his sins. Have we ever repented for anything you said or did any time? No, we never do that. We never repent, because then repenting means you have to become humble. Repenting means you have to agree there is something wrong with me. We never repent. We try to philosophize, we try to justify. Wrong means wrong. Just like yesterday discussing even the personality of Lord Shiva being analyzed, he made a mistake here. Are we ready to admit I made a mistake? No! We never admit that. Because I am a great man. I don't agree that I have some problem with me. So where there is regret, very rare. I have seen very rare people actually from the core of the heart genuinely being humble. Only when somebody is genuinely being humble, he will genuinely regret at the heart, and then he becomes humble. Actually, he becomes humble. If you analyze yourself, minute after minute, you are making mistakes in what we think, in what we do, in what we speak. Correct? Every minute we make a mistake. Can't you be humble after that? What is humility at the end of the day? We agree there is something wrong with me. But I am not ready to agree. I'll justify every sinful thing I do. No. Their attachments, part of life. Prabhupada said Varnashram. Very funny explanation I have heard. Prabhupada said actually Varnashram. Everybody is using that excuse for anything. Prabhupada said, once you start Varnashram preaching, it'll explode. So, Varnashram means, you have to agree that people cannot be all in the Brahminical standards. Then why you're saying to people you're Brahmana? Why you say that? No, that you all agree. Only in the Vedic culture, Brahmanas get respect. Why you take respect from people? Just stop taking respect. Aren't you being a hypocrite? One side you say, Prabhupada says that, I'm just analyzing this line of thinking some crazy people have started. That Prabhupada said, my preaching will explode. I did this much, it will explode if you bring Varnashram into society. So what is the analysis? They say that, Varnashram means, Brahmana is without attachment, but Kshatriya is attached to women and money, Vaishya is attached to money, Shudra is attached to sleeping, So we have to be realistic. So I'm attached, Okay, if you are attached, why you are taking respect over detached? Are you a hypocrite? Correct or not? Now, you cannot have hypocrisy like this. Suppose somebody gives you respect like they do class. What do the people say? Dhanyavadu Guru, and very happily we are enjoying that. We should say, please don't say all these things. I'm attached. I'm not detached. We take respect of a detached, but I'm attached. This is hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy. So we should be convinced, just like Daksha. He did not get convinced till he lost his head. So how you want Krishna to convince you? Two ways Krishna is trying to reform us. There is Shastra and Shastra. If you do not get reformed by Shastra, by the good counsel of the Shastras and the holy name, Krishna will not leave you. You will get reformed by Shastra, by weapon. Like Duryodhana is also a child of Krishna. Krishna tried to reform him so many times, even though he did unimaginable sinful activities. There was counsel going on for him. Vidura was always trying to counsel him. He never listened, rather became angry and threw Vidura out of the palace. He always tried to counsel him. He did not listen. Krishna personally went before the war with all good heart, tried to counsel him. He did not listen. Krishna tried great sages to counsel Duryodhana. He did not listen. And finally, in the battlefield, when he died, lying on the ground, Bhagavatam says Krishna felt so sad. Because now he is corrected. Now he will get sense. So, Lato ke bhoot, baaton se nahi mante, we easily say for others. Actually, we are ourselves a case for that. Lato ke bhoot, baaton se nahi mante. And that's Parikshit Maharaj said. Lato ke bhoot, baaton se nahi mante. What did he say? My Lord punished me so severely because nothing works on his head. I am so puffed up that I did such a crime today. I give a dead snake on the neck of a respectable sage. He's just thinking about himself. He's not thinking, I'm a king. I should have been received. But he's also at fault. He's not thinking about that. Think about your own faults. Other fault, it is not your business. That is the business of the Guru of Samika Rishi to analyze him and correct him. It's not the business of Parikshit Maharaj. He's not analyzing. Like I said, Pandavas never analyzed Bhishma and Drona. They're respectable superior. They didn't analyze them. So similarly, Parikshit Maharaj is not analyzing Samika Rishi. He made a mistake, perhaps. He's thinking about his own mistake. What did I do? Oh my God. And he's thinking he's not fit for counseling. He's feeling that actually he can only be corrected if a stick is put on his head. He's stealing. Even if a death penalty was announced by a strong poison of a dangerous snake, he did not think it is too much. He said, I deserve more. The same words are used by Haridas Thakur. A faultless, pure personality, giving an example to us actually. He had no faults. But what was he's Prahlad, incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj and Brahma. What does he say? When he's beaten in the marketplace, he said, my Lord, I deserve more. This is called humility. Don't artificially be a joke and say you are humble. This is humility. This is humility. A Namacharya, he cannot say, hey, you guys, Lord Chaitanya gave me Namacharya status. That day Lord Chaitanya said, somebody I was talking to. Why you say like that? That day he said like that. He said, in my life, in everybody's life, 100 people insult you, 100 people honor you. We forget all the insult, we only remember the honor because we only accept that I am honorable. I am never accept that I am dishonorable. I am great. That all I remember. That day I did that, he said that. That day I did that, he said that. He also said that for me. That all we accumulate in our heart, and I think I'm great. That is called puffed up. So Daksha is artificially puffed up. He's very luminous, he's very shining, he's very handsome. He's expert, Daksha, in producing children. He's very proud. I'm a big man. Even Shiva is my son-in-law only. So it is easy to become puffed up. And then, once you become puffed up, you fall down. Just like Daksha ended up making offenses, ended up seeing the death of his daughter, everything is destroyed. Duryodhana, puffed up, destroyed. Karna, puffed up, destroyed. Moment you become puffed up, you destroy your life. Because pride precedes you fall down. When we start working on sense gratification, then we lose association of devotees. Why? Because the moment we are on sense gratification, we start seeing devotees on a material platform. We are not seeing, he's so fortunate to get mercy of Krishna, he's chanting holy name of Krishna. He's so fortunate. We don't see all that. We start seeing things on a materialistic domain. Hey, he doesn't think big about me. His thinking is so special. That's all. We are thinking in a very material terms now because we have come on a material platform. And therefore, once we come on a material platform, then we become puffed up for unnecessary things and we fall down. So this is a reality which is being discussed here of Daksha. So please take precaution, don't get puffed up. So what do we do anyway? What we can do, we have a long program to do. One side, you do a sadhana properly, because that will give you spiritual happiness and you can slowly become cured of material disease. On other side, try to control yourself. Try to control your vacha vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udarapastha vegam. Try to control. Try to control your sense enjoyment. Try to control your words. Try to control your attachments. Try to control your anger. Not that what comes out of the mouth, what I feel I speak of. That is for Vishnu. Don't imitate Vishnu. Vishnu, what he feels, he speaks. Everything is perfect. There is no need for him to do Vega. A pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, once he was in Europe, and he was saying, in Zurich there is a very good book distribution happening. Actually at that time nothing was happening in Zurich. But few months later, Zurich did become the largest book distribution. Even a mistake is not a mistake for a pure devotee. He's totally taken over by Krishna. There is no mistake. In fact, it is said, if a mistake comes from the mouth of a pure devotee, it is taken like an ornament. There is no mistake. That is called Ashraya Prayoga. Prabhupada explained the principle. Because once one devotee was telling that when I see the writing of acharyas, previous acharya, I find sometimes a mistake. Prabhupada said, no, it's not a mistake. That is an ornament. It's an ornament. It's not taken as a mistake. Because an acharya is a pure devotee, is totally surrendered to Krishna. There is no mistake. It's an ornament, taken like an ornament. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishloka baddhivati api namani anantasya yashonkitaniyas shanmanti gayanti grinanti sadavaha. So when we are a materialistic personality, then we will not be able to even appreciate acharyas. We will not be able to appreciate. But if you develop the essence, like Srila Prabhupada says to his guru, miracle done, your divine grace. He says, miracle done. What have you done, my dear Guru? You have created a miracle. What have you done? Can't we see Srila Prabhupada has done a miracle? We cannot see because we are still on a materialistic platform. We are not able to see. Voluntarily make millions of people give their life to Krishna. Voluntarily. Isn't that a miracle? They dedicate their life to Krishna, chant and dance in Krishna, ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. Isn't that a miracle? But we will not be able to see that miracle unless we come to Krishna consciousness. How sweetly Prabhupada, miracle done, your divine grace. So this is the miracle. This whole, if we really know, like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Advaita Acharya is such a powerful devotee, even meat eaters he can make into Krishna consciousness. How many meat eaters Prabhupada make into Krishna consciousness? Millions. Millions. And we can't see it's a miracle. We cannot see. So it requires actually little introspection to do good sadhana for ourselves. And when you're doing sadhana, be convinced you're sick. Then you take the medicine very clearly. Right? The holy name is so powerful. Doesn't matter how sinful we are. Holy name will save you. Papi tapi jata chilo harinam udarilo tar shakshi jagai madai. The holy name, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will deliver everybody. And the witness of that, proof of that is Jagai and Madai. Can't we see that? Tar Sakshi Jagai. Papi, Tapi, Jata, Chilo, Harinama, Udharilo. Harinama is going to save all of us. But provided I'm convinced I'm sick, and I'm sick, then I take medicine very carefully. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Tatya anukampama susukshmana. My Lord, be merciful to me. I want to become healthy. I want to become healthy. Correct? Just like suppose we have some injury and it is not healing. Don't you think we pray that? My Lord, can it become okay? I'm tired of this. When the sickness will get okay? Don't just think about it. You have some injury, it does not heal for years. What do you feel? When I'll get free from this injury? Similarly, because you're convinced you're sick. You're sick for a long time. And don't you think you pray, my Lord, when the day comes, I can be free from this fever or body pain or whatever. Don't you pray? So if you are convinced, every moment you are analyzing yourself, you see that actually I am falling from a standard of a behavior of a Vaishnava in either my words or in my thinking or in my action. Don't you think what you will feel all the time? How can I improve? Why I continue to be sick? Is it the day will come I stop being sick like this? I'm sick of myself. Sick of being sick like this. Okay? And then advancement. Otherwise, it's not easy to come out of the puffed up attitude of Daksha and then mess up everything. Like see, Daksha, Dhritarashtra, they are puffed up and messed up everything. And they learned only when everybody died. The Dhritarashtra also learned everything. When finally Vidura counseled him, his head could only hear. After that, when his sons have all died, Bhishma has died, with the pain of that, when Vidura came and preached to him, then he could take up the message. Krishna will not leave you like that. So are you ready for that kind of pain? Do you want to see Yamudutas like Ajamila to get an instruction? Do you want to wait like Chitraketu to see the death of the child to take instruction? Do you want some great tragedy to happen, then you take instruction? Or you want to boil in some Kumbi Paka in hell, then you're going to take, what is that? Kumbi Paka, Krimi Bhojana, Raurava, Maharaurava. You want to see all those places, and then you want to come to sense, or you want to come to sense immediately? Left to us. But Krishna will not leave you. He wants to correct you. So instead of becoming puffed up like Daksha and only listening when you lose your head, why don't you listen now? Why don't you save your time? You don't have to lose your head for understanding Krishna consciousness. Like Chitraketu, lose your child. Like Dhritarashtra, lose 100 children. Do you want to do such a, like Duryodhana, lie on the battlefield about to die, then come to sense? You want such a cruel danda to come to sense? Lato ke bhoot baaton se nahi mante. It's true for us. Forget about others. We easily say for terrorists, Lato ke bhoot baaton se nahi mante. Good. Let Israel give one few sticks on their back, then they will learn. Some people say all that thing. Or similarly, they may say the same thing for them. People say like that. Lato ke bhoot baaton se nahi mante. But actually, Lato ke bhoot baaton is we. Hum nahi samajhte kuch. Lato kitni. Krishna, kick me nicely, so that I chant Hare Krishna. Vipada tanto saswat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yasyata puna bhavata. She's singing, unless I get some kicks, I don't surrender as a humble devotee. Krishna, keep kicking me. Are you ready for that? She is thinking in humility, but for us, only in some vipada, we start thinking about Krishna. And we start remembering Krishna. Like many of the people who joined the code were because vipada that time. Now you see, as much you try, registration will not pick up only. Because now vipada is over. People are thinking they are fine. They are puffed up now. Huh? Why do I need Gita course? Many of you are trying your friends. Why don't you join Gita? Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine. They are puffed up now. And when the another COVID, they want to wait for another COVID, another war, some huge war, some COVID, some tragedy. Then I'll become serious in Krishna consciousness. You don't need to do that. Without all this, if you become serious in Krishna consciousness and real humility, accept that I am at fault, and then practice Krishna consciousness sincerely, it's all over. You don't have to see Yamudutas like Ajamila. You don't have to see. You can be directly go to Krishna consciousness. Or you want to see Yamudutas. And then Vishnudas have to come to save you. And then you will then regret your activity. Like Ajamila was regretting, to hell with me, I being a Brahmana. In fact, when Yamudutas caught him, he said, why you come to catch me? I'm a Brahmana. Brahmana. What kind of a Brahmana are you? So similarly, we have all these foolish notions, which is not true. So let us be realistic. Becoming Krishna conscious is nothing artificial. It is being honest and truthful to ourselves. And then we can actually advance in Krishna consciousness and we can go back to God. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Nice class.
So much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hare Krishna,
pranam.
Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
So all of you, many of you are on the way to Mayapur. Some of you not this time. Okay? If Krishna's grace is there, next year we should open the temple. We'll have a huge event here itself. Let us see. Okay? Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhibhi evacha patitana pavanevya vaishnavana. Anutkoti Vaishnava ki jai.